Hi everyone, this is Lisette with Fofucha Dolls, and thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to create this fabulous shoe for your Fofucha using my template. It's a very easy way to create a shoe without having to have a pattern for a shoe. And I'm going to show you a very easy trick. What you will need is your polystyrene foam balls, and you have to make sure that they go in perfectly through the template. I do have a YouTube on how to cut this to size, and you could check that out in my channel. So let's get started. Grab some foam sheets, grab a pair of scissors, a glue gun. I do need you to have a toothpick on hand. This is going to be very, very practical in what I'm going to show you. So let's get started. I have my colored foam sheet ready. I'm going to run it through the iron. Remember, when you're facing your foam has to go this way up, and the template has to be in the bottom. All right, so I'm just going to leave this, and I'm going to start. Remember, your iron has to be at a cotton setting. Should be nice and warm, ready to go. And you can start ironing your foam sheet back and forth for a few seconds. Your foam is going to start to curl up, and you could feel it. It starts to get hot. Once it gets nice and hot and curled up, it is ready to take shape. If your foam sheet is too cold, it will rip. All right, so I am ready, and I'm going to run it through my foam ball. Gently but firmly. I'm going to gently push it up, push, and see how it takes a wonderful shape. All right, I'm going to pop it out. You're going to leave this as is. Do not glue it onto the foot yet. We're just going to put it to the side. Because now what we're going to do is we're going to run the pink one through. And in order to run the pink one through, I need to make sure that this is completely to its natural state. Because the foam sheet has a 2 millimeter thickness, and the templates were created for only a 2 millimeter thickness. I created these templates according to our standard sizes here in the US, and these shapes and sizes are very easily located here in the US, and so is the 2 millimeter foam. All right, so I'm going to warm this up. And the same way I did the skin color foam sheet, I will do this pink sheet. Just back and forth, back and forth. It should start to curl up soon. So take your time. If you feel like you messed up, you could allow your foam sheet to cool down, and you could actually warm it up again, as long as no shape has been given to it. All right, this is ready to go. And I'm going to run it through. See, no rips at all. It should not rip. If it's ripping, your foam sheet is not hot enough. And you could keep practicing until you get the hang of it. I'm going to let this cool down a bit before I pop it out. While we wait for this to cool down, let's start to cut this skin color foam sheet. We're going to cut the bottom edge. And slowly cut it. Cut it. There we go. See how we have the shape of a foot? All right, this has cooled down by now. I'm going to pop it up. There we go. Don't be afraid to take it out of the template, okay? If you could place this over your foot, it should go in perfectly. If you're showing some foam, some styrofoam, polystyrene, don't worry. I have a way to cover it up. You're going to cover it up with a black strip. All right, before you cut this out, I'm going to show you how to do an actual design. You're welcome to do a heart, square shape, however you feel you want to create your shoe, however creative you want to get. By all means, it's free reign. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just trace like a circle with my toothpick. I do not recommend you use a marker. If you use a marker, it might not be very forgiving, and you will really need to have a good cut to cut that marker outline out of the shoe. That's why I like to use a toothpick. So here I am actually tracing like a half a circle, and then I'm connecting it in order to give it the shape of a shoe. I'm not sure if you could see too well in the camera, but I'll try to get closer. See, there you see the trace of my toothpick. All right, you're going to cut. You're going to cut carefully, slowly. There's no need to rush this because you want the cut to be as precise and as clean as possible. So I'm just going to go slowly. I do recommend that you get a really good pair of sharp scissors, nice sharp scissors. Trust me, they'll be worth your money. And nice and small too, not too big, because you want to maneuver as much as you can around the foam. Foam is very manageable. You just have to practice and master how to cut it. And the more you practice cutting it, the cleaner it would always look. Okay. I'm just going to clean this up here. Clean this up here. I actually feel like I'm rushing because of the YouTube, but I actually am a lot slower than this. All right, I'm going to cut the bottom. Just like I cut the skin color. Keep cutting, keep cutting, keep cutting. Okay, it should go perfectly over your foot. And there you have it. This would be great also to create ballerina shoes. Like I said, you can create hearts, a square shape, whatever shape you can imagine, by all means do it. Now remember, it's not going to be exactly the same each foot because it's handcrafted. So, and that's perfectly fine. That's the beauty of handcrafted items. You're not a machine and everything has its own unique style. And what I'm going to do is I am going to put a little bit of glue here just so I could push it in and secure it. A little bit of glue here, a little bit of glue here. So let's do that, and then I can start embellishing and showing you how to quickly embellish your foot. So just put little bits of dabs of glue. You don't have to put too much glue. A little bit of hot glue actually goes a long way. See? Squeeze it in, press it in firmly, gently. Got a little bit more. Squeeze it in. more. Squeeze it in. I'm gonna add a little bit to the sides here. I'm just gonna lift up a little bit. Squeeze it in. Same here. And squeeze it in. Perfect. I have my strip here. I'm going to glue my strip down. Measure it to size. Add a little bit of hot glue. Glue it down. I have 2 little circles with the glitter foam. I feel like I put too much hot glue there. If you feel like you put a little too much hot glue, just scoop some out. Don't be afraid. Sometimes when you put too much hot glue, makes it really messy. Trust me, after you've acquired this and mastered this craft, you will also master your hot glue and you will have less burns. Here's the other embellishment, the little circle. All right, let me clean my hands for a second. I have all these little hot glue webs and okay. You see how it's starting to look like the shoe? And you're going to get a black strip of foam. Depending how wide you might need it to cover your shoe, the bottom of your shoe. It's entirely up to you if you want to make it even wider, but I'm going to start gluing that down from the back. This might be a little tricky just because it's a strip, but you know, take your time. You get the idea of what I'm doing. And thank you again, everyone who's been emailing me and complimenting my work. I really appreciate it. All you ladies encourage me so much. And thanks to you, I will be creating more stuff to show on YouTube. I also will be offering more items in my Etsy shop to help you with this beautiful craft. And if you're interested in something in particular, please let me know. It gets my creative juices going and it allows me to brainstorm. We could definitely learn a lot from each other. So here we have it. We have our 2 beautiful shoes. Okay, well that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It was very fun creating these shoes. They look like little pieces of candy. So go have fun, create tons of shoes now for your Fofuchas. And I hope to see you soon. I will be creating more items in the next few weeks. So stay tuned and check out my website, fofuchadolls.com, or check out my Etsy shop at Fofucha Dolls and More. Thank you so much and see you later. Bye-bye.